Welcome, everybody, to the United Equestrian Radio Podcast. I am your host, Ryder Storm. Tonight, we only have a couple people because of the fact some of our members are not here yet, but they will arrive shortly. But right now, we have a very special guest with us tonight, who is actually a witness, but they will remain anonymous. But if they choose to announce their name, but they will announce their name as a anonymous person.
Excuse me. I don't care about my username being out there.
Oh, okay. Well, everyone. Oh, okay. So let me introduce you to the Demon Fox.
Hey, Foxy.
Oh, Demon Foxy.
Demon Foxy.
The Demon Foxy. And he is a sole witness of stuff that happened in certain servers. A lot. But
you misgender.
Yep. Or they.
I'm a girl.
My bad. Or she is a sole witness of a everything that happened in how many servers now? 2 or 3 now?
2.
2? I figured. From what I heard from Miss Little Foxy over here, she told me about what they had told her about not to get in contact with me for. Because of what now?
Because she posted something not NSFW kind of thing into a chat that had minors in it.
Well, technically, if I remember correctly, it was only one minor, and he was about 16 at the time, 17.
That is pretty typical of Woman Cake, actually. She is way more comfortable with minors being in her not safe work spaces than you'd think.
Which is weird, by the way. And then all of a sudden I'm painted as the quote-unquote bad guy. For what? That's the question. For what? Because of one simple mistake that could have been corrected? See, like, hey, you could have could have deleted it, and I apologized. Like, everyone heard I apologized for it. Like, I even did an apology video, and I was basically literally crying afterwards. Because I literally
There was
thought...
for.
Huh?
Sorry for interrupting you. Keep going.
But basically, what I heard, there was a lot of people accusing me of doing a lot of stuff that I don't appreciate. Making alts, as well. And I'm like, huh? How the fuck am I gonna make an alt when I have my main account, which is this one? My Ryder Storm, which is originally my Foxblood account, before I changed it, because I didn't want to associate with my exes and my put together name anymore, because we're exes now. Do you think me and her would still want to have the same name put together? No. We're staying friends. But she wants me to move on, you know? She wanted me to.
Respect given for that.
She wanted me to move on from the name. And she respected me for that. But these people don't want me to move on from the fucking name for what? Because I did some nasty stuff in the past and I try to make amends for it? try to say I'm sorry? Come on.
Same, bro.
You try to do the same thing, huh? And they try to make you look like the bad guy as well there?
Yeah.
Wow. Talk about pathetic. Just because, if I remember correctly, what you did on accident, you even censored the word and they did not like it.
No. I did not accidentally say the word. I was explaining how the word became a slur.
Yeah, because technically, mental retardation is a thing, but people are using it as a slur way too much. And
Yes,
you were
yes,
trying
yes.
to explain it why it's a slur now. And I don't think people should use it.
Yeah, because
Little
I call
people who have mental retardation can take that to offense. And the families who have the people that have mental retardation can take to offense to that.
yeah. However, I'm not really offended by it because I find it weird.
But it's just like the people out there nowadays are so like, my boyfriend calls them snowflakes because my way I used to act and the way I act now is totally different compared to the way I used to act. Like, you can tell there's a lot of big fucking differences. Like, you can tell people can freaking change, but people can't see that. Even when you want to show them, they still think, oh, you're a freaking bad guy. I'm like, then people think that's the internet for you. But yeah, like, it's just been really hard trying to grow as a YouTube channel and as a Twitch streamer with these kind of people hanging about over my fucking head. You know how hard it's been trying to grow as an individual and a streamer and everything? Like, it's just been difficult. Huh?
As someone who's technically on hiatus, I am nearly at 2,000 followers on DeviantArt. I'm an artist, by the way.
Well, congratulations. I'm still trying to figure out how to do art by myself. And I know it takes a lot of practice, time, and effort. Yes? Especially when you're...
It depends on you.
Like, hand-drawn stuff takes time. Like, I have hand-drawn stuff I did on pieces of paper. And I did draw at one time, like, my own little OCs and Sunset and Twilight and all that stuff. And have drawn the fake Mon and stuff like that too.
Ooh, Maluminous is someone.
Maluminous Theater?
Yep.
I figured he'll be on as well.
Yeah.
It is his Saturday night stream. Yep. He's usually the person I talk to for advice on what to do. He told me, and I quote, KP is basically being a schizo because of what she had.
Yeah, Menace has his head screwed on.
His head's more screwed on than like his head is more on his shoulders and has more logic than KP put together.
Yep.
This is the witness. This is the witness. And this is everyone based or Roxas is here. He's in the mic.
Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing?
That was my fiance slash husband.
And how are you doing, sir or ma'am, or whichever you wish to be preferred?
So is my voice androgynous enough?
This is Demon Foxy.
How are you doing?
I
We're glad to have you on the podcast. And thank you so much for taking your time to be interviewed.
This is my fiance that you're talking to. On my through my mic.
nice cats.
And yep, I got 2
Nice
cats.
catch.
Oh yeah, they are pretty decent cattos.
Come here, baby.
I said nice catch.
Yep.
Catch.
Catch.
We apologize for mishearing. It happens.
Not cat. Although I said cat earlier because
We do have cats as well. We have little kittens running around. Come here, baby.
I meant DHTCH as in real the nice guy.
Yep. He is a nice catch. He's very defensive towards me. Like you can tell in all of his tweets.
This is my first time contacting him.
Yep.
So you basically talk to me. We never met before.
Yeah, well, hey, Brandon or Based or Roxas here likes to talk to people respectfully because he didn't want to misgender anybody like I did.
That is fine. I just find it really hilarious when people misgender me.
He said sir or madam or whoever.
I am, although technically speaking, I am non-binary.
Non-binary. Okay. So you don't.
Okay. A person's a person no matter what.
A person is a person no matter what gender or any culture or reference they are.
Yeah.
And I don't even care if you're black, white, Mexican, Latino, anything. They're
Irish.
human.
I'm from Ireland.
Well, yeah, I mean any culture or reference, like any of them. We don't care as long as you're human. We love you. Anybody here in this podcast is welcomed with open arms. Like even the people we're interviewing right now, like yourself, Demon Foxy or Foxy. Which one do you want to prefer?
Okay.
All right. So Foxy. Anything else that they have told you about me that other than that I was painted as a bad person? But other than that, like, were there anything else that they were talking about me? Like anything negative or anything other positives, or were they stalking my stuff?
They basically said that you were emotionally unstable.
They got that fucking right.
I am also emotionally unstable.
Like, emotionally, yeah, because you don't fuck with somebody that's emotionally unstable at all. You don't do that at all with some person that has been dealing with trauma all her freaking life.
No, I actually, did Did you ever seen the banner on Luminous' old YouTube channel?
No, I did not.
He still has it up. I drew it.
Oh, that's cool. So his old YouTube channel?
Yeah. Also, he kept using one of my icons. my dazzling icons. For some time, without even asking, by the way.
Uh-oh.
I don't really have a problem.
Hey, I mean, as long as you're getting, as long as some people do see it that it is yours as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like for my instance, I asked permission to put my two friends' icons on their from their YouTube channels, from Jericho Crosses and ACLP, not ACLP, ASP Productions is icons onto the banner we have for the United Question Radio podcast for us. And we put together this whole entire big photo thing for our United Question Radio podcast icon. And as you can see, we put it with the Equestria Girls, the heart, the horseshoe, and everything else, including our icons.
Mm.
So the 5 main people are the 5 main podcast hosts. We are trying to figure out how to put it so where when we speak, little things will put up, we'll start talking, just like they do on Skype and shit, or Discord. But we haven't figured that out yet. We're gonna try to find a way, but it's gonna be quite a while before we find that out. Like a PNG kind of style, kind of talking.
I just remember. Millennials had one in it with Wolf Cake.
Really?
Before Jennifer was chased off the internet. So basically, whenever Wolf Cake and Jennifer were still friends, Millennials was going to have Jennifer come on to his podcast. But Wolf Cake was Jennifer's manager. And at the last minute, she told her she couldn't come on. Isn't that suspicious?
May I ask a question? You mentioned that Wubcake was once Jenna Buns' manager, correct?
Yeah.
Were you also aware of the whole situation that started back in August? Like the whole Stop Wubcake thing?
Yes. Heavy info.
Okay.
I was actually one of the first people in the group.
Okay, so for now, I'm taking over the podcast for a little bit, so do bear with me. She is in the middle of a phone call, so would you kindly please repeat what you just said to me? I do apologize. I was getting myself settled in on the chair.
So I've been in the sub-rob tape situation at the start. I literally was the one who
She posted the thing about Northbridge, right?
no. no, whenever Brandon made his statement talking about Wopek.
Right.
And I then reached out to him because I had stuff of my own, basically following Jennifer.
Right. So one question, did you ever know Jenna Bun before she was scared offline at all?
Yes, there's a slight window just at the end of her and Webcake's friendship. Just whenever around the time that Webcake cut her out of basically standing with her. I met Webcake just before the cutoff point.
Right.
Where
Go ahead.
Webcake accused Denebon of lying about RAPED.
Right. Because I did, from what Maluminous has posted, or a screenshot that had. Oh, go ahead.
I was actually the one who got Denebon into contact with him.
Okay.
And then I had a brief contact with Webcake for her break off for Northbridge. And she basically let it out that it had been leaked. It had been leaked online because Menemenes actually shared it privately with other people. Which that chat then got leaked.
Right.
Which Webcake gave me alert. The awareness that it was leaked. And I knew the chat was 100% authentic because I was the one who got Jenna into contact with him.
Okay. Yeah, because I did see the screenshot with the conversation between Maluminous and Jenna Bun. And let's just say I used to be a fan of hers, you know, because this was before she was exposed for all of that wrongdoing that she did. And yeah, I'm still aware that Wupcake is still denying everything that she has done, because that's pretty much what a person with a guilty conscience does. They like get all defensive. They say, "Oh, I didn't do it. I didn't do this. This is made up. This is a witch hunt. Yada yada yada." But well, the evidence. Go ahead.
Every single, every single slanderous statement she said to another person
Mm-hmm.
is exactly what she did.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Every single statement she said against someone is exactly what she did to them.
Like, basically, she tried to get her associates to scare off people. Is that correct?
No, she twists the story in her favor. Like,
Okay.
whenever the Genabon incident was started to leak out, whenever it was fresh, Rob Tate put out a statement saying that stating that Jenna Bun had a crush on her.
Yeah, I also saw that.
What a way to basically expose yourself, right?
Yeah, even though a minor tells even though in Jennabun's case, on Wupcake still shouldn't have, done anything to her. Because what she could have done was, like, tell her no and whatnot, but instead, she did the exact opposite.
But looking at Jenna Bun's statement, there was no mention of her having a crush on Wupcake.
It was basically Wupcake lying about the fact that Jenna had a crush on her, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But if you watch the pattern of Wupcake's behavior,
Yeah.
she did everything that she accused the other person of.
In other words, she tried to cover herself, like make up some cover-ups just to cover up her tracks and her guilt.
Push the blame to the other person.
Ah.
Deflect.
Ah, I see.
Then the victim had a crush on her whenever
But that wasn't the
he was
case.
the one who was doing the grooming from the very start.
Okay. So,
Like,
go ahead.
if it's basically like, if I touched you and tried to say that you touched me, you're the one who touched me. But when in the fact, it's the other way around.
Right.
Since this is a recurring pattern of hers, you can clearly see she's exposing herself.
So she basically just openly admitted to her own crime.
Yeah, by deflecting.
So basically, she exposed herself from the start. And she tried to justify her ways. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
She tried to make it to see the other person was the abuser.
Switching the blame and trying to play the victim card. Is that it? Okay. Are you still currently in contact with Jenna Bun, or are you no longer in contact with her?
No longer in contact. She basically fled social media altogether. I was still in contact until she left Discord as well.
So, how long exactly has Jenna Bun been off of social media, including Discord? Like, do you know?
The account in the chat between Jenna and Minimus is at least 7 years old. And before the accusation was made public for the first time.
Right. And from what I've heard from other people, go ahead.
Just before, so that was about 3 years later, 2 to 3 years later.
From what I was told, this whole thing started out back in 2014. Like, this whole Wupcake being a groomer originated back in 2014, but from the screenshot that I saw, from what Jenna told Maluminous dates back 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably assuming or guessing, I may be wrong, that she's been offline since 2017 because of the sheer fact that Webcake might send people who associate with her to pretty much scare her off. Am I
Yeah,
right?
but with brand, whenever because you see, it's funny. Whenever FNGR made the call with talking about the situation where Webcake was recorded admitting to the crime.
And I can tell that this was in a Skype call because before it was
Yes.
Discord, they used Skype, correct?
Yes. And Kitty, Kitty Piper corroborated the story and saying that Webcake broke down.
Because
I don't know.
Because basically from what I found out, she started crying and she said that she never did none of that stuff, even though she openly admitted and she apologized. Go ahead.
She was saying sorry. Although based on the context of the situation, I do not blame her if this was a dissociative identity disorder episode, because I picked up that during the call with FNGR.
My question is... Go ahead, sorry. Finish off. You can finish it off.
Because that particular author was probably the PEDO part of her.
Okay.
Adagio part.
Her Adagio personality, because from what I found out from her MPD, or multiple personality disorder, she has a Fluttershy, a Pinkie Pie, and an Adagio personalities.
Mm-hmm.
And
I witnessed firsthand that she does have this disorder. Whenever she was kicked out from her grandmother's, her personality would switch, and that other personality did not recognize me at all.
Right. And do you mind if I ask a question?
What?
If Wupcake didn't do it, then my question is why would she apologize for what she did if she didn't
she did
go?
Do it. She was in a different state of mind.
Okay. But do you think?
Yeah.
But do you think either way, if she had multiple personalities, would she still be guilty of what she did regardless?
She would still be guilty of it because it'll be in her conscience because of what her personalities had done.
So at this case, it really doesn't matter if her quote unquote personalities did it. She still did it regardless.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm also finally here. Sorry about all the wait.
Hey, ASP.
Hey, ASP, how are you doing, sir?
It is nearly 2 o'clock in the morning.
It's 7 11:41 right now, so I'm not totally late. I'm just 10 minutes late. I was eating my dinner, but
It's okay. I just got out of the shower just a moment ago, so you're fine, man. And
So-
we're currently interviewing a
person that was in this hashtag Stop Webcake Discord that actually has really juicy content for us about everything that was said in that server before they were banned because they were putting a definition of or why the word was now a slurred word.
No. That's not the part that got me banned.
Okay.
The part that got me banned was my opinion on a certain topic.
And could you explain to us what Discord server you were banned from?
It's the hashtag Stop Webcake Discord.
And who hosted the
Brandon hosted it.
Brandon. Brandon plays stuff, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He's a coward.
I can tell that man has some sort of issue or problem, to be exact. I honestly don't understand why he would ban you for stating an opinion.
It seems kind of ridiculous and redundant also. So, if you get banned just because of your opinion, one, you have the right to say what you want, regardless of opinion. Two,
Yes,
their right to not ban you is unjustified.
that is true.
So basically what he banned me for was an opinion on a certain genre of anime.
That's ridiculous.
You know the genre, right? I'm talking about
What genre of anime, exactly?
the hentai stuff.
Oh, so they don't like NSFW or anything like that.
They don't like
that's one of those type of people.
Yeah.
They don't want
Just like Maggie, bitch.
They do not like underage.
My God, why would you do that just to say that you like only hentai? You're a pedophile at that point. And
No. It's the specific genre featuring underage.
If it's lolicon, right? That's the
Yes.
definition. It's lolicon.
It's naughty.
So what exactly did he or she said why they only like that? Is it because they want to go after children or something like that?
No. It's that I support it. I support that stuff.
God.
It's a genre of hentai that the girls look underaged.
Oh.
Well, although technically, most of the time in professional lolicon hentai, the characters are actually underage. So there is a bit of proof.
It's existed for a long damn time, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
And people think because here's the thing, anime people, for God's sake, you have kids that are into stuff that are under also age too. So anime is not just for the adults too. So when people get banned for an opinion about just liking a certain anime, people might get upset that I only like Hellsing because of the gore and all the violence. I don't care for the sex stuff.
I got banned for having a definition of a fetish from Wokecake's server.
I can confirm because I was there in her server and I did see the picture. It wasn't anything explicit. It was basically what Go ahead.
Different server, different group of people, but I was banned for something similar.
Oh.
I was banned because I was talking to someone who was saying something bad about another person because they like blank shipping the shit between the subway bosses.
And two people that are also, if anyone doesn't know about the Instagram My Little Pony fandom, that fandom is extremely toxic, just as the TikTok one. I don't know if anyone knows the user. I'm just gonna say M.
And I got banned for that. Like under my basically said the person that got me banned on the server pretty much stalked him. It was on a separate account.
My God, if you go that far with stalking someone or doing something like that, that's extremely, very, very kind of suspicious. But
I was a blind shipper back in whenever I was 15, 16.
Man, you know, even though I don't like it when people stalk people in general because that's pretty disgusting in some way, I myself, before I started to stop going after people, I used to be a 100% person who would stalk people in their accounts because I was that crazy.
Same.
But I stopped myself because I know I don't want to be involved with anything with people, right? The only thing that I will say about Locate that I did stalk her on a long time ago was all of her dubs and stuff. I used to always go to her channel before all this stuff that happened with her, but it's just like I tell people, the reason why I don't go for her stuff anymore is because it's kind of ridiculous and also kind of not my thing to go after someone unless they have a necessary reason to. And two, also, if you stalk someone just because of doing something, right? That doesn't give you a leverage. It just tells you that you're doing something bad. And also, too, why would you, like, a lot of bad people do bad things, right? Everyone knows that. So, if people are stalking, they might think that you're doing something bad, and they might also blame you for being kind of a creep.
Yeah.
And everyone's a creep every once in a while. I myself sometimes am a creep sometimes, but I will admit that I stopped doing it because I just don't know how to really interact with people. I know how to interact with people when I want to. Like, online, I'm fine with that, but when people are in my DMs asking me some really weird stuff, I'd be asking, do I know you? Do I absolutely do know who this person is? Because I would be very, 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 very defensive. But going back to the case scenario of people who like certain things, if you get banned for just an opinion, right?
Yeah.
That just seems kind of ridiculous for someone to do that because all you're doing is making more problems for yourself.
Yes.
The more you have incidents of people getting banned because, one, you say something that's completely different, like not liking a certain genre.
No, the point that I was trying to drill in their head.
And not to mention, Emily actually supports freaking Brandon for that shit.
I did not communicate it, but it was, it doesn't matter which side you're on in the debate.
Yeah, debating it, that's completely different because you also gotta have a fact about what it is, or like factual things. Because in a podcast, you don't debate people unless it's necessary, but you don't debate people unless you have a advantage at it, or just, you know...
Oh, it's funny, you see, Rev says death was exposing Luminous for his tweets to that lolly person.
Yeah, and this lolly person, like...
Which is ironic because if you knew anything about Luminous, you'd know straight up that he was trolling.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about Molly's theater and stuff?
Yes.
I know who that is. I know exactly who you're talking about because I'm on one of their other accounts. They sound...
On what you did?
Yeah.
Continue. Oh, unplug the internet.
So,
now I gotta restart the whole podcast.
Continue speaking about Luminous there.
I know that.
Sorry, guys.
It's a very
My boyfriend literally just unhooked the internet.
It was an accident. I'm sorry.
I understand
It's
that
still
some people
connected.
not like them.
Yeah,
because
but
they
now it has to
also-
restart
They also
everything.
post a lot of stuff that's very to the point where nudity is almost there on their stuff. And they're also too. I think I'm also on one of their
But we're still
servers. For a
connected.
long time. I'm still am on their this server as a viewer because I watch them on Twitch sometimes. But the thing is, the only reason I ever watch
Careful
them is
next
their
time,
character.
okay? It's
Their
okay.
character is fine. It's just for me. I feel kind of weird about it because it's like you have
You didn't know
some
what was
pony
going
fans
on.
that are into that, and you got some pony people that don't like that. And that's just me in a nutshell. Not everyone is gonna like the same thing. So like in anime, that's your own thing to do. You don't need to be upset about it or getting weirded out about people doing stuff like that.
He doesn't do that though. He doesn't get weirded out.
Like, there's a difference between being a weird creep if you have a certain, because one thing that kind of turns people off as a viewer, is when they're not entertaining, because when you're supposed to entertain people is when you're supposed to be having the best time in your life when you're doing your videos. Now, Mulling Theater does do some of those memes where they do views on their channel more often than not, because I found that out a long time ago. But going back to the subject of describing what I feel about it, all I can say is that some people that like them love it.
I just remembered.
What?
The one video where Lemonade talks about wordplay.
Was there a point in time when Limitless was with them at one point, or where they were just talking about her?
Basically, he was out to see the pony movie, and he mentioned how it felt weird seeing people talk about him in the fairy tale. And then one page is all, only look, I'm famous. Basically,
Yeah.
a fusion of
Like I think
Like-
there was a one point in time on my YouTube channel watch for me tape that at one point in time Audience Theater and
that's actually-
Cupcake were the most common thing.
You see, I got one page into contact with him to basically talk it out, the situation out. But after the group chat ended, Rob Kid completely turned on me.
Why would they
And-
completely turn on you just because?
Because I sided with Moleminous with the video he put out featuring her. I sided with him because truth is more important to me than blindly following someone.
Yeah, that's another thing about content creators. We like when you're a content creator, don't rely on them. Don't go, they're
Yeah.
people like us, and
One
we
thing completely turned on me, and that's whenever I started talking to Maid about One Cake.
yeah,
All the wrongdoings he did in the past.
yeah.
You guys want to see something that is kind of ironic
What?
and is kind of really sad? They
What?
Wubcake actually went into my stream at one point
And pity party.
and decided to invite me to one of her old servers of the Fairly Odd server, if I'm not mistaken.
And this was what time of day was this on when she was doing it?
January 2023, 22nd, 2023. I have it, and I'm going to send it to you starting at the 40. I think it was like the 40-minute mark and 40 minutes and certain seconds. Let me just look for it.
Yeah. While we're at it too, is that Webcake had a lot of fandom servers she's part of. I think she is very into the EG stuff before she got into Pony stuff, I think. At one point in time, if anyone does not know about this, or has known, Webcake used to put her voice in a lot of the Inverted Shadows video.
Yep, she used to be a fucking shimmer cake.
Pain set
Smart cake.
Whatever! Pain set shimmer cake or whatever fuck name that is now.
And also, too, the voice actors for that project, even though they are available, I think, but I think they would have moved on.
Yep. This is the actual proof of Webcakes' entry of her acting all nicey-nicey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sending it to you too, ASP. Give me a quick second.
It's gonna take a moment.
Yeah, your computer's slow as a turd molasses, isn't it?
Oh, no, it's my phone. I for some reason, I'm having charging. Funny. It's like this was at the 40-minute mark, and let me go also view it too. Also,
Do you think you could screen share it or not?
I don't think I can screen share on a phone, but I might have to switch over to my computer. But
All right. For those who are in the chat with us right now and everything, I am going to show you the last stream I had right before the exposure of her decided to pop up. Alright? Give me just a quick second.
Be sure that the stream can see it too if they don't understand what's going on.
So this is basically what happened in 2023. We're going to play it for y'all to see. Alright? 30 minutes and 40 seconds. Or 40 minutes and 30 seconds.
I literally, you spooked me. Hi.
And you can clearly hear her voice. Clear as day. In that server. You can clearly hear it, can't you?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a week Call of Duty on Camel Burn, I finally figured out how to unlock one of the ways of finishing the finishing move. I gotta hold on to one of the triggers. I am a dum-dum. I completely forgot. I am such a dum-dum. Oh, come on now. Your voice actor. Respond now.
It's a little bit muffled. I can still hear it.
Yeah. That's when she was like, yeah, I'm dumb as well. And I'm like, and then I was like, oh, come on, you're a voice actor. Come on now, quit it. My poor boyfriend. I'm so sorry, baby. You had to hear that shit again. But yeah. This is when that day where she blatantly invited me to her server. In the DM. And I have a screenshot still saved to my Google Drive for everybody to hear and see.
Don't worry about that. I'm just snapping something.
But yeah, you can plainly hear her talking and all her shit, acting all nicey, and blatantly inviting me to her server.
You know how like you guys were saying earlier about how she was trying to use her multiple personalities to get away with something?
Mm-hmm.
That's no excuse, because if you have multiple personalities, you are still liable because of that self-awareness too. And also too, your actions do affect how people will persuade you or perceive you. Because anytime that you have someone that commits a certain act or an atrocity towards someone, then people are going to remember it forever. Permanent. I know this because I'm not going to say this out loud, but I was offline and I was SA, so I'm not going to forget that.
Truth be told, when KP said I was never a sexual assault survivor, she was blatantly wrong. I was a child sexually assaulted. I was a child when I was sexually assaulted by my uncle. I have very fucking bad memories of it, and what she said triggered some moments in my memory.
And I remember so well, but the thing is, I've gone over it kind of, but at the same time, I don't allow people to always. The one thing that will keep me going, and it will tell people that I've been, I'm very uncomfortable around people now, is that I don't allow people to at all touch me ever without clear permission, even though some people at a store yesterday when I was trying to shop, and she seemed very okay, but I told her it's fine, just remember next time to ask, because I would feel very uncomfortable if you do that again.
Yep.
Now the thing about people that commit, very disgusting, essay things, or very off-the-top kind of disgusting behaviors like pedophilia and stuff. And a lot of people tend to always try to justify it. And there's no justification because it's a child. Even an adult can become a predator towards an adult too. And that's disgusting. Like, you have people that I'm fine with people talking about, disgusting topics. But some people need to learn is that that's how life is. Life is very sad and terrible and disgusting. We have people that do some very despicable things that we ask, why do these people exist?
Yep.
They just do.
Which I just don't understand why people like Wubs and all them like to get shit. But good.
And that's
Cover me.
why fiction is so important.
Was that, you said friendship? Because you muffled out for a moment.
Not yet.
And yeah, some people need to have support, all this stuff.
I said fiction, not friendship.
Oh, I said fiction, yeah. Yeah, fiction is different. That's where your fantasies, darkest fantasies come alive and your most perverted ideas come behold. I know that because I use AI, and I can definitely tell you from experience, it's wild.
I hate to interrupt you guys, but I'm taking over again. Ryder Storm's in the middle of a phone call again.
Okay, so I guess now we can continue where we left off on that. So yeah, what the Wubcake thing? Yeah, I've heard her clearly enough, but I couldn't really don't understand what she was trying to say because it was muffled. Yeah.
Like who are you
yeah.
talking about? ASP.
Wubcake phone, the phone call.
Oh yeah. Basically it was just Wubcake talking to Ryder Storm about some stuff, and she basically invited her to her Fairly Odd server, which is a server dedicated to Fairly Odd parents. I mean, honestly, I'm not sure if it's me, but I think Wubcake has a hard time making a decision. Like, she claims that there's a K&D fandom or a Fairly Odd fandom, which I know for a fact there isn't. If anything, I mean, if there is a fandom dedicated to those two series, then I know for a certainty that there's very little people there because not everyone is a major fan of those two. Am I right here?
Yeah, like very Odd Parents also has been around for only what has it been 23 years since it began.
Yeah.
And I still remember when Very Odd Parents were at its peak in 2017 and 2012. That's because of the movie that they had a crossover with Timmy Turner and stuff, which was a decade before that. But
Yeah.
they have done a lot of crossovers. They even remember Tough Puppy and stuff.
Yeah. Which is another.
I mean, you do. I remember watching the crossover between Jimmy and Timmy, the Power Hour.
Yeah.
Whenever I was 10, in Philadelphia. I
need a jacket. Got a jacket?
Look in the. There's a black jacket in the lawn.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give you that one, but I want my other one.
Okay, I'm on a podcast, Mom.
Yeah.
You can, if you want to mute real quick, you can while you get all that sorted out. But going back to
No, I'm good.
Okay, yeah.
You don't hear me?
I can hear you, Jericho.
I can hear
Okay,
you too.
so how does these sound compared to my original headset?
Perfect.
Perfect?
Good. No latency, no lag.
Nope.
None.
Nothing.
Alright. So,
We're just talking.
just give me a moment here.
Yeah, we're just talking about different things related to the subject of fandoms. And I was trying to say that even though Very Odd Parents came out 27 years ago, I would imagine they would have had a small following in the 2000s. But it possibly peaked right around 2010 and stuff. Because that's pretty much where I kind of stopped watching the whole thing. Because no one in their right mind should be watching that show all the time, even though Terrence
Hello,
started it.
Haley. How you doing? Sorry about that, guys. We got some chatters in the
Yeah.
the thing, the
The
podcast.
stream. Are there any questions in the chat?
Yes,
Sure.
guys, spit out questions when you can and how you want to. You are free to ask questions to the podcast about anything, just nothing sexual. Letting you guys know that now.
Let's
Because it's not-
rephrase that. Nothing overly perverse. We have a limitation.
We have limits, yes, we do.
We have boundaries also. We need to set those too. We're not going to answer questions that are offensive or at least somewhat questionable.
We don't want to have ourselves like demonetized over.
And no friggin' waifu battles either.
Yeah, no waifu battles, no nothing of the sort.
Because that's not part of the podcast. Because unless you have a podcast for that haven't had at it, I don't care. But at the same time, let's just focus on what we're talking about, the spill of the tea, basically.
Yeah. All we're right now is doing is just having fun and doing what we love to do is just do this podcast with little friends and having basically the fun that we need just to and talk about what we need to talk about. But other than that, Jericho, meet Foxy, the one that got banned for just having an opinion.
Hi.
From Oddish Emily's server.
Hang on a second. Normally I'm a lot more chattier, but I'm currently setting up, going to be having a little fire.
The bonfires tonight? Great. I want to invite.
I'm too far for an invite.
Hey, Mello. How you doing? So, for those who are not aware, I am both on Twitch and on YouTube. If you want to, free hit me up on both the names, same name, Redderstorm. Just letting you guys know, be nice to each other, be friendly to each other, no backhanding mouth to each other. Otherwise, I'll have some mods on your butts. Just kidding, but just be nice to each other either way. But other than that, I want to invite to your big ass bonfire, Jericho. God damn.
Nah, it's just a small barrel fire.
Oh, god damn it.
What is it for?
What?
What's the barrel
What is the
fire for?
bonfire?
It's cold. I'm fucking cold.
I am
I'm sorry I had to come
effing
in
cool.
late. I just simply
You
had
asked, I gave an answer.
well, my phone just died on me. That's why I couldn't answer. Also,
Ugh.
I'm sorry for the quality to be acting a little weird too, because I'm using my other mic.
Well, that's fine. You're fine. My mic is suckish either way because mine comes from fucking Temu. But it's
T-
still good quality, right?
Hey, Timo, I got some art supplies from Timo, so I know it's good. But going back to the subject of the
Oh,
matter
you
here.
wanna know the funny thing is?
What?
KP thinks Temu is still scamming people and shit, but I got good stuff from Temu, like a blanket and maybe my mic, but that's it.
I seen it advertised. I signed up but never bought anything.
But you notice that when you do those little farm games, you get actual cash from it. I actually have proof because I had like $2 in my bank after that.
Also, too, people say that Timo, even though they're a pretty scummy company, but they still have some pretty good stuff that they sell.
Yeah, they say hello, shop like a fucking billionaire. Hello.
Like, why? That's just what I don't get about people. Is when people complain about a certain company that sells really good stuff. And that's the one thing about learning about shopping in general. TikTok has some great pricing. Because I got a $100 gift card at one point. At one point in time early today, I was able to spend 100, but every time I was trying to switch over to a different layout. Then all of a sudden, TikTok being scummy, like just being kind of weird about their stuff. But I really wish they didn't allow users to use it instead of companies, because when you have professional people that are doing it, then they're trustworthy. But you have someone that's pretty scummy, like suspicious and stuff. And I kid you not, I think I said this a long time with some other people, and I told you guys this. You know how Webkate priced her voice acting at a very inconsistent rate? When you do like voice acting, I think in a lot of the voice actor panels that I have been a part of, or like go to, because they had a couple panels at HarmonyCon that were about how to do fandom projects, and I met someone who was professional and at their own thing, and I told them,
for instance, I tried to collab with people just to get my name out there, but it's like super hard to find the right kind of people. And I want I made a demo reel. I made a whole bunch of shit. But
yeah.
it's super fucking hard. Like, for instance, like, this is my voice acting when I want to do, like, super, like, kidly friend, like, kid voice, like, hey, how you doing? My name is Register, what's up? How you doing?
That sounds pretty
You'd-
good. But I
You'd
think
make a good mouse.
Cute. Hi.
also too,
Like,
If-
I can
if he-
sound like a mouse. I can sound like one of those cute little mouses from Tom and Jerry. Hello, Senor Pussycat.
okay, now that's good. That's really good.
I sound like Meatwad from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh, God.
Hey boys, it's Matt Meatwad.
And then I can sound like a little bit nerdy, but then I can just go like this, a little bit like, hello, I am a little bit Russian right here.
That's pretty stereotypical, but it works.
It's a stereotypical, but it's not spot on.
Oh, fuck you.
Give me it.
Kiss my arse.
Kiss my horse.
Kiss my arse. You fucking wanker.
Hey, has anyone ever watched
Fucking
that
wanker.
horse cartoon a long time ago?
Wait, what?
It's called Badonk or whatever the name of the character is. The one that was from the Adult Swim stuff.
Oh, Jack Horseman.
It's been a long time, right? I haven't seen it. It's like the horse boy, a horseman, or whatever anthropomorphic horse that ages in
Jack
the show.
Horseman?
Yep.
Yeah, BoJack.
BoJack is fun. I love the way they did all the voice acting for that one, and also that detective, I think Adult Swim show, Arkman or something like that.
I usually get into these things way too late.
But going back to the subject
Okay,
about
Hold on.
Webcake.
Stop. I can hear a whole fuck ton of reverb coming from something.
Look
no.
at that's probably
I
AC.
I can hear
it's
it
his
too.
fan. It's his fan or something from the computer.
It's just my fan.
No,
I
it's
heard
the
a voice
reverb.
twice.
Yes, me too.
The fuck? Hold on, let me. If it's my fucking shit, I'm gonna throw my fucking mic out the fucking window, man. I swear to
Man.
God.
Oh man, you know.
Hey.
Are you wearing headphones?
No, I'm not wearing headphones. That's the
you're
thing. It's on my speaker. Do I
Oh,
have to wear
man.
headphones? Oh my God! If I had to wear fucking headphones. Give me a quick second. Let me go get my other headphones.
Like, the only thing you should be hearing is my fan because it's too hot in this house to be leaving my computer on.
I can't hear your fan. I hear a second voice.
Oh, wait. Am I
I can
splitting
hear it now.
personalities?
It's like a computer.
My mic's on a stand, so it shouldn't be picking up too much besides just the fan.
Probably my
If you want.
too close to my mic.
I'm gonna turn the dB up a little bit and see if that helps. Okay.
Ugh.
This desk, I need to rearrange it.
Oh man, my desk at the moment is a mess.
My
but
desk
I don't-
is a mess.
Hey, you want to hear something? You know those non-ponies that the convention that HarmonCon has had past month?
Oh yeah, I remember.
I got one.
You're lucky. I didn't even
I
catch
actually
one.
know.
What's his name actually decided wanted to get me
Golly.
Hey, Twingleberries. I actually know the guy that gives them out.
one. Yeah.
He's actually a good friend of mine. And he'll be at TFF.
Oh man. Is he the older gentleman that does all that, Golly?
Yeah, golly, forever.
Golly
Yeah,
Forever is a
he's
really cool
also
dude.
a DJ also too.
Damn it.
If I correct remember, he was in the Renegade stage stream last year at the old Sheridan place that we were at. But you know what? I think HarmonCon did a lot better this year than all the years, let alone for space.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Alright, I think I fixed it. No more reverb. Yay, but my head is gonna be itchy tonight.
Yo. Yeah, you fixed it.
Yeah, fuck you, you goddamn wanker speakers. I'm gonna throw you guys across the room, you bitches.
No,
Oh.
that's a generic that's a
Australian.
generic accent.
What?
Hey, I also forgot to mention this, even though this is not related, but I will ask you right now, Ryder, some of your rooms need to be like pushed together so it'd be easier to scroll up and down on some of the rooms. I forgot to ask that.
And I've been trying to fix them. Otherwise, like, it's gonna look like the fucking KP server that I was in one point. It looked like a fucking maze in a goddamn haystack.
Okay, so question here. Now, this is right after we do the podcast, and we can undo this maybe.
Yeah.
Do you want to like put some rooms together so you don't have to like deal with going back and forth?
Yeah.
Also, can I make a small request so that way I ain't constantly fucking reminded when I am in this server? Do we know if Zodiac, aka Astral, do we know if they're still in here?
I do not know if they're
Like,
in here. I think I banned her or kicked her.
Can we please get rid of the whole Jericho screw-ups and Jericho's apologies thing. I'm trying to move away from that.
I
As
am
you are a
already.
witness, writer, I have been
Hey,
changing.
hey. Apology area is being deleted in 3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Click. Look down. Scroll down. You'll see it.
It's
I'm
gone.
busy at the moment. Fuck.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Safe House Commanders with the founders chat. We got the general. Oh, I see what you mean. So the voice in general. That's
Well, I don't know what happened in the server. Did you guys have something you guys were trying to do to fix stuff around?
We actually deleted the old server because I accidentally fucked it up and gave it to Based at one point because remember I was gonna delete the other delete my account at one point.
Yeah, that was. I still remember that whole fiasco, but I'm trying to forget that because that was just a little bit too much for. Like, I'm being honest here. I think, Ryder, and I know this sounds like, even though this is off topic to the subject right now, but anytime that you do something like that, you should try to think a little bit straight because even though everyone's emotional, everyone has that thought and feeling, but I'm just saying this. Because as someone who wants to show people their accountability wise, is to think a little bit straight and think forward about it before deciding.
Yes.
One of these days people are gonna find out I'll be missing. They'll be like, "What the fuck's going on?"
I don't. I'm not saying that I'm gonna want you missing. I don't want that. None of us do.
Yeah, but the people that wanted me missing, they'll be like, "I think we just fucked up."
Man.
Hey, asshat, if you're doing any kind of fucking missing, I'm gonna come hunt your ass, and I'm gonna fucking find you if it kills me. I ain't.
What's this about?
We ain't done yet.
Thanks, bro.
But Munch.
Thanks, broski.
Man, like, as a person who basically sees people go offline for a while, like when I'm offline, it's because of a good reason because I don't have time to be doing stuff. Like for me, I'm right now focusing on doing personal stuff, but at the same time, I do want
That's
to do
just me,
podcasts.
Mom. Don't worry.
Yeah, like I myself, like I know a lot of people be asking why have I gone completely silent on my channel because I cannot stream on my channel for some reason because every time I reset it, and no joke, I'm not banned, I'm not at all. It's just that OBS is being a butt right now, so it's kind of hard to record videos.
It do be like that.
Well, the reason why I took a break is because it was a lot of pressure. I know because my kids.
You can be frank here. You could just say a bunch of bullshit was going on.
Well, that and also I'm having to manage everything. So I'm a one-man tramp basically.
But should we just get rid of the moving crew of BC? Because technically speaking, since I moved down here already, we can get rid of the
Yes,
moving crew.
obviously. Yeah. I thought you were going to get rid of that at some point.
And then we got the
Otherwise, I would have just.
and then Writers Live, because Writers Live is going to be staying forever.
But you know what you could do to some channels that you don't want to see? Just private them.
Yeah.
Better. Instead of completely deleting it, just private. Because that's what I did on my old server. And funny enough, I have no access to my old server because my my third or fourth account was banned a long time. Well, basically Discord got rid of it because of some kind of idiot that wanted to go after me, and it took them long enough. But going back to all the stuff about Discord servers now, and I can only tell you this, and I said this a while back about the Scarlet Blade YouTube Clop server. That was a thing that used to exist. Wellcat used to be heavily involved with that because she did all the voices for certain characters.
Including Sunset Shimmer, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, she did multiple.
Okay, who go get over here? Who went hiccup?
Well, give me a moment. I'll sharpen this pencil while I'm at it. Color pencil to be exact.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
What's this about the color pencil?
So, going back to the subject of the matter, Yes, Webkick has done a lot of contributing to the fandom, even though she is a bad person in general. I'm just saying that straight up because I have only been around her just briefly a couple times at conventions, and I can see a little bit of that. Yeah, I don't trust her that much.
Yep.
I have such a paranoia with trusting people. I have only ever trusted you guys enough to really at all do anything. That's how comfortable I am with people. And I know people are not supposed to be very comfortable about a lot of stuff, right? But for me, if I'm comfortable about people, I will come up to you and be very friendly. I'm friendly enough as it is right now, and I'm trying to be as nice as I can. But the one thing about people that I don't get sometimes is when they have a little bit of a hostile thing. That's like, they get so, like, defensive and extremely, like, upset about stuff. It's like, I understand that you're upset, but you don't have to be that mad about it.
I'm gonna be so anal about it.
Okay. So I fixed it so
See,
we
let me
have
let you in on a
one
little
community
secret
map.
here.
And we don't need Sea of Thieves. We don't
You
hardly
can
play
tell.
Sea of Thieves. We don't play Sea of Thieves that much.
Ryder, go
Yes?
ahead and spill the beans onto our friend here on who exactly I am to you, other than a friend of the family.
He is one of the best infiltrators and manipulators out there. He can be a double agent for our server. He is
Which
one of the
is,
few people who can get into somebody's trust and is a very good friend of mine. Everyone, meet Jericho.
yep. The one and only Jericho. No one can
Hello,
replace
Jericho.
you, no matter what.
I'm joking.
And he's
I'm
one of the
I
safest
use my
commanders.
abilities only for good reasons, never
not
for the
evil.
price.
Not evil.
And he's also been helping me with getting voice acting gigs, which he has proven with fruition with the JoJo Bizarre Adventures one, which I need to figure out if they're still doing that.
You know what
Hey,
they
by the way, Ryder,
Yes.
if, don't forget now, TFS, you can, at TFF, no, let me think.
Texas Fur
Yeah,
Fiesta.
TFF, you can actually meet the guy
The guy that's doing
that
the
got
tips.
me. No, the guy that knows the guy that is doing all that.
The JoJo Bizarre. Nice.
Are you talking
Yes,
about Team 4-Star or someone else?
someone else.
Okay, I'm just because I know I'm not into the voice acting stuff, even though Team 4-Star is one of them.
We actually got No Wacking's autograph.
You know, No Wacking is a legend that will always live up to the stuff that he's done.
Babe.
I
send ASP
No whacking.
the picture.
Is the other person here the other one that was talking when I came in?
Based? Yeah.
No, the other the one that was telling them about the lolicon stuff or just the hentai stuff.
Wait.
Foxy? Yeah, that he's in here. She's in here.
Hey.
Who?
Demon Foxy.
Foxy.
Yeah, I was being kind of confused. Like I was thinking it was coming through storms for some reason, and all of a sudden I was like, yeah. I'm just being sure because I know they've been quiet for just a moment because I've been taking long pauses here and there.
I'm drawing at the moment.
You know,
Cheyenne.
She's an artist, so she can do commissions for. Foxy, I have a request for you. If I'm able to pay you, can you do me a solid favor and make art for my projects?
Yes.
artists, they will do that for you regardless.
Just so you know, I am currently unable to do digital though.
Okay, we can do. You can do just put it on drawn on paper. That's fine.
I do that too. Give me a moment. I'm trying to play TF2, and these damn bots are doing things. So, Oh, come on. What is it?
Diane,
Yeah.
What is it?
why don't you tell your friends here what else I can do? I.e., tell them what I did to your friend Haley.
Oh, God.
About her?
He can read you like a book. He
With
actually
a
reads you
decent amount accuracy.
like an open book with decent accuracy. He can tell your personality traits, your likes, your dislikes, everything. So Jericho, can you do me for a quick example?
Well, I mean, you're easy. You don't like clowns. You're shy, timid, and also can be a loving, caring person once you warm up to that individual. But you're quick to retaliate because of your hostility.
Which is what some people do, and that's just how some people are.
No, you have no idea. She's about as fast as whenever I eat something that has dairy in it, I'm on the shitter 5 minutes later.
Do you have some kind of stomach problem at that point?
ASP, I've already sent you the picture. Check your DMs.
ASP, Brandon sent
What?
you the DM.
Give me a moment. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna switch.
Display as of currently, and I'm not putting it up for sale or auction.
Treasuring it for
Okay.
the rest of his life.
Oh no, Woody got a rare thing at the con. He got one of Silver Quill's.
Oh yes, the super cool autograph. You cannot get enough.
No. He did get the autograph, but he actually got Silver Quill's Silver Quill.
Oh.
The quill pen.
Oh, the coil pen. Now I know. Now I know what you're talking about. I talked to him about it. I talked to Lightning Bliss a little bit too. Oh my lord, was that a fun time. Anything with Lightning Bliss is always going to be something funny.
Yep. Also.
I tell a lot of people there's one rule. There's one rule that Lightning Bliss and I know pretty well. Don't ask questions until the end of the panel.
Yep.
That is a rule that I think anyone should do. Don't ask questions until the very end.
Yep. And also, Jericho, I do like clowns, just not scary clowns.
Oh, I love clowns.
I
I
love
love
Pennywise.
I don't care about
Pennywise,
clowns.
I fucking hate. Pennywise, you're right, I hate.
it. You
Shut
have
up,
a person.
I don't hear it.
No.
Because the reason why I don't like Pennywise is because that clown fucking scares the shit out of me. He's part of your fucking nightmares.
Oh, he's my sleep paralysis demon then.
It's the original Pennywise I don't like.
Oh, Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Not Bill Skarsgård. Oh, I love Bill.
You
I
mean-
love him. He's a
Like
fantastic.
the 1980s one.
Oh yeah, I think it was
No,
released
it
for
was 80s
CBS
because it was-
1990. I think.
1990s It? That was Stephen King's original It.
Yeah, the one you're talking about is the book.
Well, it's actually a series on ABC. And it's
Oh, AB.
Tim Curry as
Yeah, Tim Curry was the one that I was
Oh.
talking about.
Tim Curry.
the original Penny.
I like Tim Curry because
Has anyone ever watched Stand By Me?
I do. I remember watching it.
Okay, so I'm gonna name off some dramas here from Stephen King, and these are just Stephen King dramas.
Stand
Even with
By
them,
Me was the one where the four kids found a dead body.
and they're trying to figure out who on earth who did this.
Kiefer Sutherland as
Now, the only dramatized movies I'm gonna go to my spreadsheets here, because funny enough, I still have my MagFest schedule that I'm still putting together because MagFest is gonna delete their schedule in a couple of months from now, because after they make their new one, I still have access to the one that's for this year's, but I don't have anyone access later than 2018. But moving on, I do have every single Stephen King thing that is not book, but movie based. Movie, TV, miniseries.
Oh, The Dark Tower. Dark Tower was good.
That one was not based on the book. It was based on Several people thought it'd be a good idea to put 8 movies into one film, but technically it's only 7 because for the Wayhole one, that book that came out in 2012, that one is not really 8. That's technically 4 and 5 or 3 and 4.
Wait.
Because
So technically, the 8 books was that technically 7, right?
there's technically only 7 because there's an extra book. As King said in an interview, that one is only used as an in-between book. So let me go to my collection. I'm also still doing archives of episodes. I got all the Dark 2 episodes listed. There's 167 episodes of Classic Q, not counting.
Wasn't the Dark Tower a comic series too?
It was a Marvel comic series from 2004 to 2008 because it was all the way up to the second book. The Drawing of 2.
And then they put it into the movie production for the whole entire book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, and they also put bits and pieces from other movies. Even though the company that owns this movie now, Stephen King does have the only thing that Stephen King can do as the executive producer and executive writer of the whole thing, he can tell them no if they want to. Because the one problem with a lot of people when they try to make a movie is that they put a lot of gimmicks that are not supposed to be in King's work.
Like the props. Certain props couldn't be allowed.
No. Movies. Okay, I'm gonna name another movie. The Mangler. Released in 1995 for 2004. There was a total of 5 sequels. You know why there were so many? Because the people that were part of it should stay out of it. I mean that for real. Some people need to learn. If you are doing a budget on a movie or a budget in general, don't just take the title and think it's going to be the right thing. Oh, well, here's my movie guide that I created. It is every single director and every single sequel of a movie that I got made. There is a total of 75 movies and a total of 10 shows that were released over the course of a decade.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna do this real quick. So I'm going to send this into VC, and this is a view thing. I'm not gonna give you the edit one because that one's for the master, is what it's called.
That looks awesome, Foxy. That looks awesome.
Oh wow, that looks absolutely nice, Foxy. You have incredible talent, for real. Keep it up.
Oh, you know what? Even though I don't have my phone's not charged, but I do have a Mad Hatter drawing I'm doing. But here's the spreadsheet of just TV shows and movies. And there is a gap in one of them because I forgot to take that away. So the current movie right now that I can tell you is Sam's Lot, The Boogeyman, and Mr. Hungarian's Phone, the Harrigan's Phone, which is also based on one of the book stories. The last movie that was released before that one was Doctor Sleep. That one is good. That's a ending that was, December 2019 is a remake. And The Tall Grass is a miniseries from Netflix, directed by Anderson. Directed by Vincenzo Natelli.
But let's get back to the subject at hand with the other stuff that we had beforehand. But
we go completely off topic. I know the only thing
all of us ADHD, bipolar, all that people go wee off.
Yeah, but hey, at least we now know who we're gonna take to trivia night with.
ASP.
Yeah. So.
I just realized that was ASP talking the whole time. Holy shit, I ain't heard from you in a while.
I was talking for a while.
Yeah, but I couldn't remember your voice.
I can remember people's voice too, and I know I've been quiet. I know.
And explain, excuse me, writer. Explain to him what has been going on for the past 2 months.
So basically,
Oh.
Jericho has been on a little hiatus due to moving and everything else, living with his
Well, it's not
mother.
necessarily. I didn't necessarily move. I just took a hiatus from everything.
And technically speaking, he is helping. I know everybody. Listen to this. Listen up. Big announcement for this upcoming March. He is coming back to Dallas.
Oh boy, I feel the shit coming on.
Uh-oh. But other than that, I am happy to say that Jericho, without you, I probably would have lost my mind probably months ago.
I hate to break it to you, sis, but you've already lost your mind. You're
Oh,
just
fuck
there for the
you!
show, not my
So,
job.
You were just here to support me no matter what, and not to mention we got that Patreon started. That reminds me. To those who are still
Was
here
my
in this
idea.
goddamn chat, I completely forgot I am a silly Billy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
Excuse
we
my sister here. She's a little bit, she got the personality of Screwball.
oh fuck you!
You know I'm not lying.
Oh fuck you though. Still. Anyway, for those who are not noticing the chat up here, we did make a Patreon for the Red Storm Study Hall. And we have everything sorted out and settled to where every tier is basically what you guys will have in our server.
We have
Um,
5 tiers available. We have novice, we have amateur, we have
no, let me see. Let me
uh
see what the things are. Hold on, let me see.
no. I need to sit there and quote this. Okay, so our 5 tiers that we have available right now, we have novice, amateur, scholar, um librarian, and then we have dean master. Or something along the lines of that. Please consult my secretary for the details.
Oh, we have scribes, intermediate, librarian, scholar, and then uh we have scribes, intermediate, librarian, scholar. We should put probably something like that.
Shit, I found my top hat.
Or scholar, and then professors. Ooh.
Oh man, that hurt.
So the $100 tier for people who do the $100 tiers are they're called what we call professors.
Nice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I am going to be a little quiet and AFK for a moment because I got to take the Browns to the Super Bowl and I got to go to my thinking throne.
The balls,
okay.
your your whole body's doing the Super Bowl against you, huh?
And he goes, and he
Thinking.
shoots, and he hits a score down. But going back to the main, what is it like? Main event per se.
Titties.
who doesn't? But going back to
Okay, seriously though, I am going mute because no one wants to hear the utteral grunts of me in the video.
Like that salad. Oh,
but
so the $100 tier is all in one, all tier access or all access to everything.
and can you tell everyone in the chat too that all this is optional if you want to do it and not have to?
It's optional. We do have a free trial tier as well, which we usually get the free trial, which is fine. Or you could be here for free, or you can pay for a membership. It's all up to you guys.
Yeah, it's not like the end of the world and you have to do it. And this is money we're talking to. So if you have 100 a month, that would technically give you about 1,200 in a year.
Yeah, and this money will go straight back to you guys as well. If you're in the server, we will be doing tournaments. every once in a while. We will probably be doing Call of Duties, and we'll also be doing readings. Sometime later this week, I will be doing a free reading, or probably be doing a reading of a book that my boyfriend has over there. Uh,
Like
we're,
all of
we're,
it's
we're going to be surprising y'all what we're going to be reading. So, whoever wants to
uh-huh.
come into our server, will have what we will be what we will call it's called story time. It'll be there as a category, and there's a VC called Writer Reads. So if you want to come in there around 6 o'clock and read a certain chapter to a certain chapter, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, it's like all of it's optional. Don't take it to heart.
And take it with a grain of salt. We are trying this out because we are starting this out because it is the new year, and we are trying things new. So, everybody, we want to make sure you guys have the best time you can have here. All right?
We're not pushing anybody around too, so
Yeah, we don't want anything
we're
happening.
we're not pressuring anyone too, so just keeping that in mind because we're just here to have fun. We're not here to get on people's nerves and stuff
No,
as
no,
people.
no. We want people to enjoy themselves while they're here and just be themselves and make friends and also have a lot of fun here. So if
Yep.
anybody, and I mean anybody that wants to join our server, they can. They're human, they're be able to freely do so. If you guys want to join my personal server, be my guest.
And don't stalk people too, please. Don't.
Don't stalk because that's mean, creepy. I don't want you guys creeping on people. Otherwise, I'll have my security squad at you.
Because
Legitimately.
we don't want people. I hate to say it, but don't want any of you freaks being being weirdos. That's not trying to be mean. I'm just saying.
There's only one weirdo allowed in these parts, and that's me, motherfucker.
And also we'll have readings, game nights.
And our
Well,
podcast is every what is it like? I
every
know.
Friday, every Friday, but we delayed it tonight because I had work and shit like that. And
Yeah,
I
and
was just overexhausted from work, so I took a whole day's nap.
Also, writer, I have some interesting news on a development for side project Ice.
Oh, any good news?
Project Project Ice is now officially fully green lit. Now the only thing that is left is to buy my admission ticket for TFF. They will be meeting me there at TFF, and Kura Okami Oxy will be making an appearance at TFF this year. For
Nice.
those that don't know who Kura Okami, fuck,
You
Ooh.
don't even know. Tongue
Speak
twister.
like from the famous, like from the famous words of my dear friend Woody. Speak fucking Fringrish.
Freak.
So,
my
for those that don't know, Kura Akami Oxy is just basically a little side project that I've been working on with a dear friend of mine. And, well, I don't want to sit there and get all the
Don't go
whole
into too
news
many
and stuff.
details. Just go into some detail, but don't go into too much detail where they already fucking know it.
Just one thing, okay?
One thing and one thing only, and I'll give them a clue. Fursuit.
Back streets back! Alright! I am going to hate everyone here if they don't get that reference.
I kind of understand what you're talking about.
You kinda?
No, it's a
You
song.
Kind of.
kinda?
It's a fucking song.
And for those who want to share the Discord, be sure to share it with everybody that you know. Post it on your Twitter, post it on the links of your bios of your um things to make sure we get more people in and
Now,
have just have fun. Basically, that's what we need. Just have fun,
for
basically.
members that choose to join the Discord server, and if, I'm just saying, if you decide to sit there and spill around and fuck around and find out, um,
We
if we
have
find
the
out that you have made an alternate account and used it to get back into the server, you will be terminate. You will be instantly banned.
and or you will be banned and blacklisted from our server because we will not tolerate that kind of stuff nor their behavior if you do technically do shit like that.
Because we don't encourage people to be weirdos, or we're not encourage people doing dumb things here.
But I do have an idea for a bit of a punishment.
Oh, I
So
like that.
okay. So for those that seek redemption, they must pass through the gauntlet. The gauntlet will take place over a week. You must sit there and eat one Paki one chip challenge live
Right
and
in front
drink
of
a
us.
quarter of a right in front of us on live, recording your reaction, and we get to post it. And you will receive a very exclusive role for those that have basically been in trouble and want to redeem themselves. They will receive a very special title called Redeemed.
Yep, they will be
But
redeemed.
the only issue is, if you choose to go that route and you are redeemed, you're the literal definition of a glass cannon. One fuck up, you're out. So surely this would be a more reasonable form of a punishment for those that try to sit there and mess up.
I'll be back.
What?
He'll be back.
Okay, I couldn't fucking do that if I wanted to try. I threw my hat, it bounced off of the couch arm, and landed perfectly on top of a chair.
Love you too, babe.
That's badass.
Also, what are you doing? You little goofy goobers.
Oh,
Quit
the fuck?
tickling me.
Oh.
I'm ticklish
Also, I hate. Also, if it's one thing I know I hate about this house is because of the simple fact, I have to brace myself every time I go to the bathroom
Why?
because the toilet seat's cold.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so my pressed hands is getting chilled.
You know, I just looked at, even though this is kind of off topic, but I did kind of a little bit did the total budget for what Carrie made, the film Brian De Paul. The overall budget was about 1.8 million, and it made over 33.8 million in total in box office. Man, if I'm gonna be a little bit off topic here, but do you ever think a lot of movies shouldn't be using so much CGI, and that's costing them a fortune to use, and also using a lot of main people that play certain movies and then put A-listing actors instead of putting people that want to do it?
Palmer Candy Cookies and Cream Snowman. Creamy candy with cookie bits. This looks like bird shit.
Oh my god. That was funny.
Oh, where the fuck is my fucking Oh yeah, I got a big ass bag of gummy worms that my mama gave me, and also a bag of Starburst jelly beans. Touch my jelly beans and I'll cut you. With love.
I'm not touching your
And
jelly
440
beans.
stainless steel.
I'm
Or
not.
440 stainless steel.
No, thank you.
See what I said there? I said, touch my jelly beans and I'll cut you. With love. And 440 stainless steel.
Hmm.
Oh man. I am skinning the cat. Don't let the cats hear that because they'll be like, oh no, he's gonna take us to the Chinese man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
My mama told me not to shave the kitty, but I like the way how it feels bald and funny.
It made them cats feel traumatized too.
Ugh. I am skinning the cat. I am getting ready to lay down and relax. A big burden has just been lifted from my shoulders. Ah. Oh God! And there comes the upchuck of the fucking of supper. Oh, that doesn't taste good.
What did the upchuck did upchuck? Ew.
Oh man! I got my jelly beans. Where's my vape? Oh, there it is. Oh shit! Taki mushrooms and gravy. They added a new thing to the menu to the restaurant my mom took me to tonight. It's basically a pineapple that has been carved out and is stuffed with chicken, steak, shrimp, red peppers, onions, and mozzarella cheese.
Well, that sounds delicious.
I know, right? Almost sounds just as good as Sex on the Beach, but then again, Sex on the Beach. Well,
Well,
Demonetization.
well, I was gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna get going and go to a different place. But I see you guys another time.
Alright.
just edit that out, Cheyenne.
It's live streamed.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
YouTube likes to
Ugh.
demonetize people with shit like that, man.
Sorry, I forgot.
It's alright. But other than that, we will be doing more community readings. We will have surprises and announcements more than anything else in our Patreon. Other than that, I hope you guys will just come around and share around and look around at our servers and hang out. And also, Project Rebel Rising is also coming into fruition.
Oh. What the heck is posted here?
What?
I'm keeping that.
What? But anyway, I think that's it for the podcast tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and thank you, Demon Foxy. You are welcome to stay in our server. And if you have any other opinions, you can chat them in the chat, vent them out with your heart's content and shit like that. You do not, your opinions matter here. You don't have to worry about your opinions being thrown out the fucking window. So.
Don't look at your DMs.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what the fuck you do? Well, anyway, other than that, I hope you guys have a good time. My name is Ryder Storm of the United Equestrian Podcast, or YERP. And we have Jericho and
I didn't do it.
Rexus. You do your outro, baby? But we'll see you guys all
What?
next time.